Go crazy to this.
Join DIRadioCast.com for live DI coverage of the International CES 2014. Follow the hashtags DI coverage and CES 2014 on all social platforms.
That's the one I would build.
Go crazy to this. Go crazy to this.
I'm Tom Hex. I'm with BloggerShield, and I want to tell you a little bit about our policy, our company. We set up a policy that is specific for bloggers. It covers bloggers for libel, slander, defamation of character, and copyright infringement. And we have found that this is a unique product. It's specifically for bloggers, and it's really to protect you for the exposures that you have out there when you put your content out on the internet.
Okay, so blogger insurance, why is that relevant?
There's a lot of exposures out there. You have anytime you put your content out on the internet, you never know who's viewing it, you never know who's looking at it, who takes offense to something that you say. You never know if you're posting something on there. A lot of people don't realize that there are certain processes and procedures that need to be followed. If you're posting a picture, that type of thing, you can accidentally do it, and that's where the copyright infringement piece comes in.
Now, for me to make a claim on my insurance,
Yes.
for either defamation or even copyright infringement based on an image, do I have to prove that I actually didn't know that this image was copywritten?
You have to. Well, you
How does
submit
that
the
work?
claim. Well, if there's something like that comes up, you would submit a claim to our claims department, and our claims department would then talk with you and see what information's out there. They'd work with you and see what information you have. Prove, it's always good to have the proof that you didn't intend to do it. But a lot of it's just based on the conversation and the investigation that the claims adjuster does.
Well, I mean, if you take a photo off of the internet, then you knew you did it. You didn't take the picture yourself.
But not everybody knows that you can't use it. Now, if you take something off the internet and then you take off the watermark, well, that's not something that you should be doing, and that's also something that that's,
You're not
going to
pay me for it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. At that point, you're stealing.
Okay. So liability and defamation and slander. Tell us a little bit, because what defines that?
What defines that?
Yeah, because I might write something, it might be an opinion piece, but in somebody else's mind it might be slander.
Exactly. And that's why you have the exposures. A lot of times it depends on the court. It's something that has to be, it could be litigated, and it's up to the court to decide whether or not that was libel or slander.
And so this process is actually only beneficial after the claim has been established by the courts as a defamation or a libel or whatever.
Libel or slander? Yeah, what it is it's, you're going to get the claim up front, and they're going to make the allegation against you. Whether or not it's true or not, they can still make the allegation. And at that point, that's when the policy kicks in. And you have somebody at the insurance company that's going to help you with the process. Whether or not you need to hire an attorney or not, it depends on which way that goes, which way the process goes. But that's when it starts.
Okay.
When the courts ultimately made the decision, that's when it ends.
All right. So once again, tell us your name and tell us the name of the website and how people can find you.
Great. My name is Tom Hex, and I'm with BloggerShield. And if you're looking for information on a product, you can go to www.bloggershield.com.
Go crazy to this.
Join DIRadioCast.com for live DI coverage of the International CES 2014. Follow the hashtags DI coverage and CES 2014 on all social platforms.
That's the one I would build.
Go crazy to this. Go crazy to this.